Hey guys, welcome back to Broken Boosted. I'm your host Mike. So we're back. We're back working on the Ranger here. I went to Summit Racing over the weekend and I got us some goodies for the Ranger. So the biggest problem is this oil line. Alright, one of the things I want to change on this setup is this oil line. It kind of goes over the top of the engine, and then when I go to put the hood on, this is going to get in the way. So I bought a bunch of dash 4 fittings and new dash 4 hose, and I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to go ahead and fix that. We also scooped up some push lock plastic line to go from the wastegate to the turbocharger, so we will get all that installed. I'll show you all that. So here's the new line. This is one of the fittings for the turbo feed. This is the gear rebuild kit for the 8.8 we're building. So what this is gonna, I'm sorry, this is a differential rebuild kit. So what this has is our shims, pinion seal, crush washer, new ring gear bolts. The only thing we're going to be using out of this kit on the axle is probably the ring gear bolts, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm sorry, and it's got the bearings as well on there, Loctite, the paint to check the gear lash and all that. The main reason I needed this kit is because we're going to be installing a Detroit TrueTrack, and I need to press new bearings onto the center section. So we got new bearings. This also has a new pinion bearing, but I'm not going to mess with that more than likely. Or the pinion bearings, I'm sorry. So all we're going to do out of this kit is just install the center section for the Detroit TrueTrack. So that's going to be in a later video for sure. We still got to finish grinding the axle down, getting the track bar mounts put on. But I finally got all the stuff to do that. So. Alright, so here's all the stuff we're going to do to make this new oil feed line. So this is PTFE hose. And I started running this. Anytime I make hoses on any of my projects now, I use the PTFE. It's a better, stronger inner material. It's supposed to be resistant to any kind of fluid. Now, when you run PTFE hose, you have to run PTFE fittings. So if you're going to use this stuff, make sure you get the right fittings. Normal AN fittings will not work. So this is all the stuff I got from Summit. I also scooped these. These are 4L80E -6 transcooler lines, fitting adapters. So this is going to go on the Silverado out there. So that's going to be in a different video for messing with that. But, oh yeah, and then here's the HP Tuners cable. This is $60 for this freaking cable, guys. And this is literally the USB to the Holley, because we got to go in the engine management. We got to change a couple things since we have a different engine in here. And I just want to be able to retune the truck. So with that cable, it's going to allow us to hook the laptop up and do all that. So, but yeah, that's it. The main focus of this video is going to be making our new turbo feed line, and I'll show you how to do all that. Also, I realized I bought this nice push lock stuff, but all the push lock fittings I have are all 1/4" NPT. And unfortunately, my wastegate and my turbo are both running 1/8" NPT. So I either have to get some adapters to go from 1/8" to 1/4, or I got to buy 1/8" NPT push lock fittings. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. It'd probably be just as expensive to buy adapters than it would just buy new fittings, but I got the stuff to do it. So I want to make all the vacuum lines on this push lock. I think it looks a lot cleaner, and I really like to try that stuff out. So, but that's it. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this old feed line out, and we're going to figure out, essentially, like I said, the plan is to go from, we got to go bink and down with it. And I don't know, I'll probably run it on the bottom to kind of get rid of this and make it look cleaner. And the main thing, like I said, is when the hood shuts, I want this to be a very clean whatever, and this is going to get in the way. So I will get y'all set up on the tripod. So we're just going to kind of wing it, I guess. And this is just eBay stuff, so this isn't anything crazy or expensive or exotic. But it'll be nice to clean the truck up with some nice stuff, right? So I'm going to go on the bottom now and loosen the other side of this hose. And it's probably going to make a mess. Oh, this is... Alright, here's our old one. Nothing wrong with this hose, just kind of ugly and nasty at this point. It's also leaking everything. So, I guess to start the new hose, we're going to use a 90. And I'll go ahead and get this installed on our... We have a 10-foot piece of PTFE hose. And then we're going to kind of snake it where we want to go. Alright, so if you've never installed a PTFE fitting, I'll show you how to do it. So a PTFE fitting is multiple pieces. You get this little collar, the fitting itself, and then this thing. So what you do, take your line, slide your collar over it first. Don't prick yourself with the wire. Then, this is where it becomes different from a normal AN fitting. You gotta spread the metal open. So normally on a normal AN fitting you want all that in there, but on one of these you don't. And you put this little collar, and this has to go on the inside of the outside metal casing or whatever. So if that makes sense. So take something like a pick and you just want to kind of pry this back a little bit. So it kind of looks something like that. You take your little sleeve thing and you're gonna slowly pop this onto your line. Being careful not to stab yourself because it's very easy to do. Oop, or stab yourself with the pick. Come on, bitch. Come on, motherfucker. This is probably the hardest part. So anyways, yeah, work that on there. Gently. Okay, so now it's kind of hard to see, but the plastic liner is all the way in this little thing. Now you take your actual fitting, stick this on there like that, you kind of wiggle it in there. Come on. Bam, okay, that made a difference. Just a tiny bit of oil. And that's it. Carry it back with this. And once you tighten this down, that actually crimps that little brass fitting. It squeezes it to the fitting itself, and that's how these work. So pretty neat. I think it's 10 feet, is it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should turn the fitting. I don't know if you're supposed to turn the collar or the fitting or both or neither, but we're just gonna do it like this. Okay, that feels tight enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this part onto the engine. And we'll figure out how to run it once it's kind of on there. Okay guys, made a small mistake. When I bought the fitting for the turbo to go into the top, I accidentally bought a dash 4 to quarter. I need a dash 4 to 1/8. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the right fitting coming. Alright, YouTube gang. So there's the new feed line. It's going through the engine mount. It goes below. It's kind of hard to see. Here's our new feed line. It comes from the back of the motor through the mount. I put a couple zip ties holding it up. And then it's gonna shoot straight up. I don't know if I'm getting this. It's gonna shoot straight up. Comes through here, comes up, up, and up, and that's it, to the turbo. But I bought the wrong fitting, so I'm gonna get this right fitting coming. I'll Amazon it, so in 2 days you'll see me complete this, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm trying to imagine if I just use a 90 off there, but it's still kind of wonky, so I'm gonna get the 90 degree and see how much better that works. Also, I'm off work all this week. I somehow managed to get some days off. So my plan this whole week, right, I really want to bang out this thing, get it all good to go. Try to get as much done on the axle as possible, because I need to get the axle put in the truck and measure for drive shaft. It's got a junkyard drive shaft in it now, but obviously I don't want to go 100 miles an hour with that. And then I want to start working on that thing. So hopefully in the next day or so, we're going to start chugging away at that. It needs an intake. I need to put the Holley in it. And it really needs everything. All it has now is an engine and trans sitting in it, so it'd be kind of cool to try to get that at least cranking over. Maybe we can get it running, but that's it. So we're gonna give it our best shot, but that's gonna probably do it for today's video. So I'm gonna try to do my best to kind of upload a video every day and kind of keep showing you guys what's going on. So thank y'all for watching.